porches are back, but the question is, did they ever really go away?
Not for me. I love a front porch. I love hanging out there, but this isn't just our opinion. Turns out there's actually some science and some psychology behind the front porch phenomenon.
Yeah, and this comes from an article on Yahoo Life, and it was talking about how more and more new home builds are including front porches. According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, over 2/3 of new home builds now have a front porch. And if you live in the South, this is really popular. So we're talking Kentucky, Alabama, Tennessee. Like all of those homes in those states have front porches. And it makes sense because after the pandemic, we were just jonesing to get outside. And you didn't want to necessarily be inside, but like the porch was kind of that in-between space where you were not too outside, but you were outside. And then you could, see people walking up and down the street and say, hey, come on over and sit on my front porch with me.
I love, we've always hung out on shore. We have a back porch, and at our last house anyways, and we would go in the backyard. But that front porch, that is where the gossip happens.
Right.
That's where you are people watching. That is where the kids are out on the street and they're playing and you get to watch them. It's so funny. I laughed when you said this because you said new home builds. When we built our house and they were showing us the different models, we specifically picked one that not only had a front porch but had an L-shaped porch. So there's extra porch. So we can watch from this side and we can watch from this side. Like
Heather's catching you from all angles. And I was the opposite. When we moved to our house now, it does have a front porch, but we never sit out there.
Yeah.
It's the back space that we built at. Matter of fact, I made Jordan build a fence around the back because maybe well, for the lean
dog
more towards
and the kids.
privacy and the dog, but I do enjoy a good front porch. And growing up, I tell you, my house was the house. At any given time, we had 20 to 30 kids, I'm not exaggerating, on our front porch. And we were kind of the people, my brother and I, who made that happen. And you and I, we were just talking about this. Yeah. You kind of have to be that person in the neighborhood who brings people together.
And so in our last neighborhood, we would do a block party every year. And I do feel like you need that person who is the glue.
Right.
To like bring everybody together. But once you come together, whether it's on a front porch or you're doing community events, once you build a strong relationship with your neighbors, you will not regret it. First of all, you're gonna know your neighbors. And there are always a couple who are like, okay, that's not the person I'm calling if I need something.
But you need to know that.
But you need to know that. So like you're gonna get the scoop on all the people that you know, that you like. You're gonna make new friends. You're gonna build community. You're gonna know that there are people in your neighborhood that you can call when your kids are getting off the bus, but you're not gonna make it in time to meet them there. And you have that person that you can call to say, can you keep an eye on them because I'm not there. I will be there in 5 minutes.
That's right. And you need that person to borrow sugar from. That's what they did back in the day. And I'm sure you probably still
do it now.
Do that, yeah.
I needed, what did I need? It was something random. Oh, I needed coconut milk. I didn't have coconut milk.
Random.
I have a neighbor, I call them the neighborhood babes. And there are 14 women from our neighborhood on this text chain. And we just shoot up, hey, do you have our kids? Do you know where our kids are? Do you have coconut milk?
Yes. There you go. And I will say, I am that person. Like, I'm the person who knows a little bit about everyone on my street. So I could bring people together. I just have to put forth the effort to do it.
Just do it. You won't regret it, I promise.
Maybe I will. All right. Well, if